your behalf yearn for you because of the surpassing grace of God in you. When they received from people they didn't know and from Gentiles, Greeks, who they were still kind of struggling with, even can they really be believers? Man, it changed their hearts, and they prayed for these churches. B, giving does wonderful things for three different persons. Giving does wonderful things for three different persons. It does something for others. A, it relieves their need. Okay, that's the obvious. It takes care of a need. You know, many times a person's at the end of his rope, and a gift from someone else, it is a ray of hope. It is an encouragement that very few people can understand unless you've been in their shoes. B, it's little b, it restores their faith in their fellow man. It's inevitable when someone is in that great a need. They get embittered, they feel like they're neglected, they feel they're forgotten, that they're invisible. And when someone reaches out to them and helps them and meets a need, it restores their faith in their fellow man again. It shows them love and kindness aren't completely dead. And then C, it makes them thank God. It makes them thank God. A gift in a time of need is something that not only brings love, but they understand God's love if that's represented in that gift. Okay, secondly, it does something for ourselves. So we saw what it does for others. It does something for ourselves. First, it's a testimony of our faith and commitment into Jesus Christ. In the case of these Corinthians, that was especially important because this Jerusalem church was entirely Jewish, and they still regarded the Gentiles with a little suspicion. They were just kind of growing in their understanding that the church was for all that would believe. And so in their heart of hearts, they probably wondered if Christianity could really work with Gentiles. I know that's hard for us to believe since we're all Gentiles, but they had trouble understanding that. The very fact of the gift of the Gentile churches must have guaranteed to them the reality of the faith of Christianity of these Gentile churches. If a man is generous, it enables others to see that his Christianity is more than just words, that it's real, it's part of his life. B, it wins us both the love and prayers of others. I just read you that verse. They're praying for them, they're on their hearts. And then 3, it does something we saw for others, it does something for ourselves, it also does something for God. It makes Thanksgiving go up to God. I want you to watch this video.
Tells me that there is a young man who is stealing stuff, and he has his pockets bulging. I've never done this before, but I did this. I'm making this for myself. I'm just working today, Christmas Eve. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and a customer comes and gets me and tells me that there is a young man who is stealing stuff, and he has his pockets bulging. And tells me what he looks like, and I go out and I see him, of course, and he's got stuff bulging out of his pant pockets and his sweatshirt. And I approached him and said, do you need help with anything? Are you doing okay? And he said, yeah. And he just looked distraught. And he started for the door, and I said, sir, please don't leave. And he walked out the door, so I followed him to the sidewalk. And I thought, okay, you're not supposed to follow him any farther than that. So I stopped, and then I went around the corner, and he was standing in his next to his truck. So I went to take a picture of his license plate, and he said he stood in front. He came back and stood in front of it, and he said, please don't do that. Please don't do that. And I said, well, I said, I will call the police if you don't give me my merchandise back. I said, I don't care about what's going on. I said, just give me my merchandise back. And he said, will you please not call the police? And I said, if you bring it in and you let me have the merchandise, then we'll call it even. And he said, okay. He said, but can we do it someplace where people don't stare at me? And I said, sure, we'll go over in the corner. So it went over there, and I got 2 baskets, and he started pulling out merchandise. And he pulled out toys and candy and Christmas items and bows and tape and a couple little decorations. And I said, is this stuff for your kids for Christmas? And he teared up and he said, yeah, I don't have any money to get him anything. I said, how many kids do you have? And he said, 3. And he said, well, I have 2, but I'm also taking care of my nephew. I said, okay. So he kept pulling things out. And I had 2 carry baskets full. And I said, okay, follow me. And he just kind of looked at me funny, but he followed me up, and I went up to the checkouts, and I had Sue at the checkouts ring everything up for him. And I said, I'm going to get this stuff for you because I don't want you to go to jail on Christmas Eve. I don't want kids to be devastated that you're not there for Christmas, and I don't want you to go to another store and get yourself in trouble. I just don't want that to happen. And I wasn't crying or anything. I was so calm. And then he went over and sat down by the window, and he started to cry. So we rang him up, and it was about $75 worth. And then a lady behind him, I don't think she knew really what was going on, but she said, do you need some other things? And he said, no. And he was crying. He said, no, I'm fine. And she took him into the store. She said, let's go look. Let's buy some other things. I don't know how much she ended up buying for him. But she went through and she got him some things. And when that young man left, his arms were full of packages and wrapping paper. And he came over, and I didn't want to be there when he left because I didn't want to make a big scene about it, make him feel bad. But he came over to the office and he knocked on the door. And he was crying. And he said, thank you so much for doing this for me. He said, I can't believe this has happened. And his name is Sean. And I said, Sean, please. I said, please don't do anything on Christmas Eve to go to jail. I said, just go home and wrap your gifts. And I had a $25 gift card in my purse for a friend for Walmart. And I said one more thing. I said, I gave him a gift card. And I said, go to Walmart and get you something for Christmas dinner. I said, I don't know what your situation is, but surely you can pick up something. And he cried, and he left. He said, I just can't believe this is happening. And he left. And if my assistant had not been late, I would have not got that. I would have missed this completely. I would have missed this opportunity. And don't anyone ever tell me there's not a God. There is a God, and He works in the most amazing way. And He's touched me today, out of the blue. And I'm not even a real religious person, but you can feel it in your heart. That's all there is to it. You feel it in your heart. Merry Christmas.
That's a picture of grace abounded. Not even a religious person. I saw that and I thought, that's a normal thing around here. Some of us don't even know it. But people that are in need, that come across our path, and if our hearts aren't ready, we miss that opportunity. If our hearts aren't ready, we say, well, let someone else do it. God is able to change our attitudes about our things, about possessions, about money. And He is able to abound His grace in us as a church, as a family, as individuals, to give as He calls us to give. Some of us have trouble with giving because we've had trouble receiving. The last verse we're looking at today talks about His indescribable gift. His indescribable gift. His unspeakable gift. Where God, our Heavenly Father, would give His only Son for our sins. Undeserved, only by grace. Some of us have trouble with receiving even that. It may be that you're here today and you realize that you've never received Jesus Christ as your Savior. That can change right now. Just by praying, God, I know I'm a sinner and I can't save myself. And I trust Jesus Christ to come into my life and save me. And I trust Him, I'll follow Him from this day on as my Lord, my Master and boss. If you pray that prayer, we're going to bow our heads in just a second, and I invite you to come when the music's played and let me pray with you. But like I said,